Okay, hello guys, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. So, this is the second round of the 2021 exhibition season of the FIA Manufacturer. And as you can see, I'm in the top split. It's a very strong lobby, so the points are gonna to be very high for this one. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm using, I signed with Jaguar for the season, which is a pretty good manufacturer for the season, in my opinion. And yeah, as you can see, the win is 431 points, which is really high for a second slot, especially. So yeah, that's quite a lot. Yeah, so this race is going to be a Dragon Trail, not gardens but seasides, and it's going to be 12 laps with times 6 tire wear and times 3 fuel. So the fuel is not a problem on this race, just maybe the tire wear, but also the tire wear is not really a big issue for this race. It's basically a sprint race if you want to know. So there's no really need to save the tires unless if you want to try to overtake someone at the end of the race, which is possible to do. But it's just not a tire wear race. It's just a flat out, and yeah, no worries about the tires. Okay, so now we are in the qualifying session. And it's only 5 minutes. I wish the qualifying is like 10 minutes. This is what I would prefer to have, but it's okay to have 5 minutes. Sorry. So yeah, for the qualifying, it's better to have the slipstream, no matter the car you're using. Even if you, for example, driving this Jaguar, who is extremely fast for this track. I think it's the fastest with the GTR, I think, but I think the Jag is just a bit more faster. So yeah, even with this car, it's worth to use the slipstream, but I prefer to not use it because I could still do a good time without the slipstream. So yeah, I prefer to have a clean air for this one. And as you can see, people just try to get the slipstream to make faster lap time. So there's Nick just behind me, and then I think there's Devilsoul, and then there's Josete, I think. So they all have my slipstream. And yeah, we are starting the lap, and on this first corner you have to be really careful on the brakes, because if you brake too late or brake too early, if you brake too early you can cut, but I prefer to not do it, honestly. And if you brake too late, there's nothing you can do. You're just gonna lose so much time because of the next part of the S's. So also on this corner, unfortunately, I braked slightly too late. I lost quite a bit of time. And yeah, it's a low 0.3 for the first sector. Not too bad, but I have already managed to do 0.1 high or 0.2 low. So it could have been better. In the S's here, you have to try to not be too fast on the first part to get a good exit for me. And then you're coming into the downhill section here, where you're gonna to brake hard in 150 boards. And yeah, as you can see, I also messed up this braking point. Well, I mean, I turned too late. This is what this was the mistake. So I lost time as well. And now the dev chicane. Oh my god, this dev chicane is just horrible. Like, I did a pretty good one on this lap, but honestly, this chicane, it's so scary. Like, in practice, it was alright, but in FIA race, like, there's slightly more understeer, I think. And yeah, so it makes the chicane a little bit more scary, if you want my opinion about it. So yeah, we finished the lap 144.703, which is a very good lap for no slipstream. My best was a 0.5 in practice, so yeah, it's not that bad. This lap could have been 0.5 easily, but yeah, it's alright. So yeah, Nick is in pole position currently because he had my slipstream, but he did a very good lap as well with this M4. And then there's Rosette with the Megane Trophy, like 44.7. I mean, okay, it's with slipstream, but still, it's a very fast time. So congrats for that, and for everyone on the grid as well. Like Deerster, Aphelion, Key, and like everyone. So I'm gonna to show you the results of the qualifying. Okay, so here we are in second place. So our position didn't change from when we have set the lap. So that's really good, because this is what I wanted, like being in the first positions, like in top 5. This is the best opportunity to get the win here, especially with this Jaguar, who is, as I said, really fast with this track. So as usual, on the start of the race in FIA especially, the tires are really cold, so I try to warm them up a little bit, and yeah, I try to be really cautious on my braking as well, to make sure that I'm not going to miss the first corner. So yeah, we catch up very quickly to Nick thanks to the slipstream and the power of the Jaguar. Yeah, as you can see, I'm using +3 for the Jaguar as in qualifying, because it looked like the car was braking very nicely, and also it allowed me to push without worrying about tire wear. So yeah, so in my case, I was pretty lucky to not have big issue with the tires. Like that, I could have pushed at the maximum. So yeah, I'm trying to follow Nick. I'm not going to overtake him from the first lap, because there's no point to do that, especially on the first lap. So yeah, here's the dev chicane. As you can see, I'm using the bumper cam, and when you follow someone, it's very hard to drive on this chicane, because you can't really see it properly. So I was going very slowly in the chicane when I was following someone. So yeah, I took a wide entry to try to overtake Nick on this straight. So yeah, he tells me with his right indicator that I could pass him and take the lead to, you know, to drag him along on the race, because he knew that the Jag is faster than the M4 for this track, so it was better for him to let me in front and try to escape from Rossetti and everyone else until the end. And yeah, so you could think that at this moment it was gonna to be easy, but you're gonna to see that I did some stupid mistakes on the first half of the race. You're gonna to see it anyway. So yeah, first of all, I just took the curb wrong, but it doesn't really matter. And also you can see that Nick is really following close to me with the M4, especially in sector 2. The second sector, this is where I was losing time compared to the M4. I think it's due by the the gearbox. You know, his gearing seems to be much better. Oh yeah, and here is, yeah. I've already made a mistake on the Dave chicane on the second lap, so yeah. At this moment, I wanted to, you know, get out of the racing line to let Nick, you know, to avoid Nick basically, and unfortunately it failed, because in the end what I did, it was blocking him. So maybe I should have stayed on my racing line in the end. I don't know. So I think it would have been better if I would stay in the racing line. So once again, Nick, I'm so sorry for that. If never you were watching the video, I'm so sorry for that. It wasn't mean to block you. So yeah, so I still had the slipstream. Fortunately, I didn't have any damage, so I could catch up very quickly. And yeah, you can see that Renault is not good on the straights. But you'll see that it's gonna to be so much faster for this section here. You just look at it, look. Yeah, see? Just for the S's, he's pulling away quite easily, but then that's it. He's not going to gain time after that. Also because he's following Nick anyway, he can't really go faster, because he's already on the back of Nick. So the only thing he could do was to save his tires, even though the Megane Trophy is really good on tires. But there's nothing else to do when you're following someone like that close. So yeah, once again the Dave chicane wasn't really amazing, but yeah, once again it doesn't really matter. So yeah, once again I'm gonna to try to get a wide entry to get a very fast exit to overtake Rossetti, because I know he's not gonna to follow after some laps because of the power of the M4 and the Jag, especially from my Jag. So as you can see, he let me through. He knew that there's no way to compete against the Jag with the Megane, because of the difference of the power, as I said. So now we are already just behind of Nick. So yeah, on this lap I'm gonna to, yeah, you know, try to follow him, saving a little bit my tires, but on next lap I'm gonna to try again to overtake him, and yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna to tack after this lap. Okay, so we are at the end of the lap. So yeah, once again, Nick is gonna to tell me that I can go through. He's gonna to let me through to, you know, to make the pace a little bit faster and try to, as I said, escape from Rosette. And yeah, so second chance, and yeah, you'll see that but like it's not finished yet because once again I did another mistake. So I'm gonna to talk when this mistake is gonna to happen, and yeah, it's pretty funny. You'll see that. Yeah, like sure I got the fastest lap now, but I mean, who could expect that? Like literally I took a penalty on this left hand corner, which is really stupid because I tried to gain as much as possible to get, you know, to get faster and faster. Just it would have helped like 20 thousandths of a second. It's not that much, but it can be something. And in the end, I cut it too much, and I get a 0.5 penalty. Like it's, yeah, like really, the start of the race isn't that great, and this is a shame really because the pace could have been much better than that, and still the Rossetti can still in my slipstream. Stay in my slipstream, sorry, because of my mistake. But yeah, I mean it's alright. We can still escape from him, and then yeah. But also, I think it is chicane. Wait, let's see. Yeah, okay. This is what I thought. He actually crashed on this lap. Rip. Like, yeah, rip, because I mean he has the slowest car on the straight, and unfortunately he crashed even though he was third. That yeah, this is why I hate this track. Like I don't really hate it, it's just mainly their chicane that I hate. But if you don't count that that shitty chicane, this track is really nice to drive, to be honest. Like the first sector and the second sector, I quite enjoyed it, and yeah, and once again for the third time Nick let me through on this straight. So yeah, I'm not gonna to talk anymore, I think, because there's like nothing to say. It's like it's a no stop, as I said. There's nothing more. It's gonna to be yeah, driving till the end, see if I can keep my position, and yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit later, guys, and like let you enjoying the show. we go. So this is a victory for me, and yeah, I managed to keep Nick behind me till the end. Because yeah, as you could see, he was trying to overtake me twice, but the first time he was like, yeah, maybe he can't really make the move because he was too far back. And then for the last corner, he wanted to try as well, but there was no way. He was also too far behind, and also I could brake as late as him. So yeah, this is a victory for me. And yeah, 431 points. Nice. Just look at the Jaguar, yeah, the one on the map. Anyway, so that puts me second place now in EMEA. So I was P3 after the first run by 1 point behind my teammate Miro. Who had 1 point more than me on the first round. But after this, I'm now in second place for the EMEA, which is really good because I really want to have at least top 3 for this season, as the previous season when I was using BMW, I finished second, and yeah. So I messaged Nick on the chat of the lobby to tell him that it wasn't intentional what I did. I really tried to move away, basically. I just wanted to do it by myself without him, changing his lane to, just to not making him slowing down because of a mistake from me, But yeah, still, I apologized. Everything is fine. So yeah, we also got a good battle. So that's a very good race. I really appreciated this one. I wish there was strategy, honestly, but sometimes sprint races are really nice to have. So yeah, so that's it for me, guys, for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye.